Okay, here we are live again, giving another shot today. See what we can get done. This is a 1970 San Francisco Mint original machine wrapped roll. So Brant paper. Um, should be a really good roll. Let's see what's inside. Why don't you join me to see what's inside here? I guess earlier this morning I thought I was ready, but I wasn't ready to be alive and well yet. But here I am. Dan, Eric, James, how you guys doing? All right. There we go. Finally got finished picking this one apart. And let's see what we have in here. This one could be really exciting. Never know exactly what's in these. I've got it recording just in case. Somebody could get really lucky here. We've got small dates. We've got some really nice double dies, RPMs, other decent stuff possible. Let's get out coin number 1 here. Go to Sloppy Stacks and see what we've got for Sloppy Stacks. And let's see here. Okay, we've got a normal coin around the date mint mark area, which includes the mint mark. We remember this one because we've got those heavy die scratches between the one and the vest. Let's keep taking a look around and see what else we have here. Okay, nothing on the obverse. We'll check the reverse of the first 10 coins. Don't really know much of double die reverses on the business strike coins for 70S. We do have a nice double die reverse on the proofs. All right, that's coin number 1. Let's check coin number 2 this time for DC. Hate that I came in earlier and started doing reveals thinking that I was going to be able to push all the way through, and man, I just couldn't do it. Wasn't for any reason other than I get these little attacks when I'm in the middle of doing stuff. My diabetes kind of likes to take over. Makes me really tired. Like, not functional tired. But I'm here now. I'm doing okay this time around. At least for now. So how's everybody getting along today? Everything going well for you? Here's one for Frank. Let's see what Frank comes out with. I got nothing here so far. Some real thick, heavy scratches right in front of the face. Make that one a little bit easier. Skip breakfast and it got you? Yeah, I can't skip breakfast. Wish I could sometimes. You know, they tell you always keep your body fed. High protein, low carb, that kind of stuff. And I try. It doesn't always work out that way, though. I wake up in the morning and I just don't feel like eating. Grab a cup of coffee, start working, and then blam. Suddenly I'm too tired to even keep my head up. Snack on boiled eggs. Yeah, that could work for me. Mickey. Mickey got one here. Let's see what Mickey gets. So far we haven't found anything in this roll. Looking underneath the top of the 7 there. I don't really see much anything. I thought I did there for a little bit. I made a mistake once. I thought I was wrong. Let's see. Got nothing else on this coin. Let's keep looking. Voice still can't handle 2 in a day. Well, I feel for your position, dude. I was there once. I couldn't handle much of anything for about 2 weeks. When it really kind of started coming back, it came back full force, and I was doing fine. But man, that was years ago too. Never forget the way you felt when you had COVID. Dirty Water, if you'll notice, I took care of that invoice. I received your package, got everything in great shape. Sorry I was a bit slow with it. But, you know, of course, everything with regard to something like that is between you and me anyway, so it doesn't really make any difference exactly when it's taken care of. But I did. I appreciate you. Well, Eric, at least you're mostly over it. And as long as you don't have any long-term effects, you ought to be perfectly fine within another week. Sissy up next. Haven't spoken to her in a dog's age. I hope she's doing okay. Still no small dates. Still no double dies. But we have to keep on the watch, see what we see. Maybe there'll be something in here. Now, 1970S is one of those issues where once in a while you'll have someone claim they have what's called a floating roof. Floating roof is, well, the appearance of the little roof part as a box floating above the rest of the building that is not actually attached to the rest of the building. That is not really a thing. I like that right there. So this would officially be a floating roof, or near it, a near floating roof, if there was such a thing. But I think over time we have finally started talking the community into understanding that these things happen with die fatigue and die wear, and they aren't really anything. The one for sloppy stacks. I saw sloppy stacks earlier today. But I don't think he's in here now. Nothing there. And on the reverse, I think we're about to give up on reverses here. Didn't see anything. The first 9 coins. There's a little struck through there next to the T of cent. All right, let's go with coin number 10. This one for Mr. McCumber. This will be the last one I check the reverse on while going through this roll. This is one of those ones. This has a little bit of machine doubling on it, and that machine doubling has curtailed the width of the inside point of the 9 and kind of almost sort of makes it look like a small date, but it is definitely not a small date. You can still tell the level of the 0 is above the level of the 7, and that the 7 drops down below the level of the 0 here. And so you definitely do not have the small date here. Of course, another thing that once you've seen the date and you think you've picked it out with the date, you can look over here at Liberty. And if the BER in Liberty is strong and legible, you definitely got a large date. As the small dates are almost always really soft in that area. All right, here's another one. What do we have here? Nothing. Bummer. Looks like we may turn out with a normal 1970S roll. But you know what? The only way people find the goodies is if they open the rolls. You got to open them to know. They're all over the place in some rolls and completely absent in others. The trick is to figure out which ones are which. Coin for Frank. And Mr. Frank has it's a normal one. Just a normal 1970S. I'm watching the reverses of these in large version as they go back so I can be sure that we're not skipping any cuds or any other huge errors. I put these things on the flips. I have to look at the reverse to do that and put them in there straight. Here's number 15, this one for Mickey. I think I'm ready to run straight through these. So whatever time they take, when these reveals are finished, I have 3 remaining. And when these reveals are finished, Eric, anytime you decide that you want to move along with yours, you'd be more than welcome. I should be finished with this before the 4:30 scheduled time for beginning of your first. We have, what do we have left? We've got a 56D, a 57D, and a 55D. All three, or 2 of those 3 rolls, are very well packed and have been since before my birth. So better than 56 years, these things have been packed away. One for Mr. Hampton. We like to do those rolls from the late 50s, primarily because we know there are a lot of die varieties in the late 50s, and we don't have them all recorded yet. So we're trying to get through enough rolls to do some discovery and find some new stuff and get some of the stuff we do know about recorded and well recorded. The only way to do that is to go through the rolls and find them. Keep getting the same coin, the same die over and over again here. That is a good sign. Tells us that we do have an original roll. However, it's only a really good thing if we keep finding stuff. And, well, the only thing we're finding is that we're repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, which we know that is one of the signs of insanity. So I am insane in the brain. Well, some of these coins don't look like they belong in the middle of a roll, but they definitely do, and they definitely are. This is a definite original roll. Carl. Nothing there. Up to coin number 23 now. Dan McCumber. Almost halfway through this 1970 S roll. I'll be having a reveal show this evening. How many rolls you got, Eric? You got 3 or 4? How many are you doing? I've got 5 coming up this week. Well, you guys would think that we would communicate more about doing shows on the same channel. But Eric kind of does his thing and I kind of do my thing. And the only thing that we confer about ahead of time is who's doing what, so that we don't end up duplicating what each other is doing. I usually try to pick something that's different from what Eric is doing. We've seen this die before. So I move on here. Number 26, finally halfway through the roll. Still haven't seen anything of any value come out of here yet. We're working it, though, as hard as we can. Nothing there. Number 27 goes to Timothy Morrell. Nothing there but a dark stain on the coin. Number 28, now Doug Rizak. And nothing going on there, unfortunately. All right, here's one for Alex. Got a couple of bigger surprises coming in here relatively soon. We're going to have a 1986 Denver sealed bag. 1986 Denver sealed bag. Also have a 1974 San Francisco bag of Lincoln cents. These aren't actually sealed bags. What they are is they're bags of rolls originally wrapped, put back in the bags where they originally came from the mint, so they're still in the mint bags. Fed Reserve rolled. Should be getting those in the next week. Be ready to do some special reveals on those. Coin number 32 now from Mark. Nothing there. Also going to have a 1974 Philadelphia bag. I'll go through those and see if we find anything. Coin number 34, moving on to Mickey. Yeah, I just the same roll. The same dies over and over again. So all of these came off the machine on the same day. You might have sloppy stacks. This is 2 rolls that were sold 2 weeks ago. And then I've got 3 rolls that were sold last week. Those comprise the 5 rolls that I owe out right now. Then I'll do another 5 at the reveal show this evening, which will be revealed over the next week. Richard Seppington up next. When I tell you guys I'm doing reveals, I always do them. They're always on my mind until they're finished. So never will we get into a situation where I forget about them. I just get preoccupied sometimes. I wish I didn't. But everybody has their cross to bear, and that happens to be mine. A little bit of a, I guess you might call it a mental stalemate that I go through once in a while. Oh yeah, that's right. Sloppy Stacks was. You got the very first coin in this roll. Sloppy Stacks. But I hate to share this in this manner, however. Nobody has anything of any real value in this roll because, well, as it turns out, there isn't much anything in here. But we're watching for it anyway, just to see if it happens. Up to coin number 40 now. This one's going to Stan Horn. And Stan Horn got nothing there. Down number 41. Tim Morrell. Back to Tim Morrell. And nothing on that one. Number 42, Carl. Nothing. Number 43 now, Trip Witt. See what Trip gets. Yeah, it'd be the same thing as everyone else. There's another one of those. That's got those real strong die scratches north and south in front of the face. Seen that before. Yeah, just in time to see nothing. Everything's going okay. We're doing a little better around here. Got put into a big sloppy hot mess of depression over the last week and a half. Happens once in a while. I come back out of it and I'm fine for 6 months to a year, and then I go back into it again. Nobody can explain why. There is no particular day of the week, time of the year, or anything else. There's no events that occur. There's nothing to help keep track of when this will happen. It just does. Well, this is odd. This was a bank wrap roll and it's a coin short. Stan? That's kind of rare that happens. Tim again. Okay, Tim, I got you a coin without any big spots on the obverse. Reverse is nice and clean, too. And coin number 49 here goes to Alex. Another decent, clean-looking coin. And number 50 is IT. IT is going to get a special credit because we had an OBW roll that turned out to have 49 coins in it. I guess that does happen. I've seen it before. But that's it for that. I am going to be back here in just about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes with the next reveal. Come back, take a look for reveal number 793. I've got everything set, so I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I'll talk to you then.